Why the world is watching South Africa closely. South Africa, a nation known for its breathtaking landscapes, rich cultural heritage, and turbulent history, is once again at the center of global attention. From its strategic role in international politics to its efforts to boost economic stability, the world's eyes are firmly fixed on this southernmost country on the African continent. The reasons are manifold, spanning politics, economics, global alliances, and its positioning in the evolving geopolitical landscape. 1. South Africa's geopolitical influence within BRICS. One of the key reasons for the world's growing focus on South Africa is its significant role in the BRICS alliance comprising Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. As the only African nation in this influential bloc, South Africa serves as the bridge between the developing and developed world. The recent BRICS summits have showcased South Africa's intent to champion African interests on the global stage. With discussions around de-dollarization, new trade currencies, and expanded BRICS membership, South Africa's leadership has been instrumental in shaping policies that could alter global financial systems. This positioning places South Africa in a unique and powerful role balancing partnerships with both Western powers and emerging Eastern economies. 2. The battle to exit the FATF Greylist. In 2023, South Africa was placed on the Financial Action Task Force (FATF) Greylist due to deficiencies in combating money laundering and terrorist financing. This listing has raised concerns among investors, weakened the country's financial image, and increased scrutiny from international markets. However, recent developments signal positive change. South Africa has implemented a series of reforms aimed at strengthening its financial regulatory environment, increasing transparency, and curbing financial crimes. The government's commitment to compliance is seen as a step toward restoring global confidence and attracting much-needed foreign investment. The outcome of these efforts will be crucial, as exiting the grey list could significantly boost South Africa's economic standing and ease the cost of doing business. 3. Economic recovery and resilience amid global headwinds. The South African economy has faced multiple challenges: high unemployment, energy crises, inflation, and the lingering impact of the COVID-19 pandemic. Yet, the country has shown notable resilience. Recent government initiatives, including infrastructure development, green energy investments, and support for small businesses, aim to stimulate growth. Additionally, the gradual recovery of key industries mining, agriculture, and tourism is offering renewed hope for economic stability. Global investors are watching closely to see whether South Africa can transform short-term challenges into long-term growth opportunities, making it an attractive emerging market destination once again. 4. The ongoing energy crisis and transition to renewables. South Africa's long-standing energy crisis, primarily caused by the underperformance of Eskom, the state-owned power utility, has led to frequent power outages, known locally as load shedding. These blackouts have hampered productivity, business operations, and foreign investment. In response, the South African government has ramped up efforts to diversify the energy mix by investing heavily in renewable energy. The Renewable Energy Independent Power Producer Procurement Program (REIPPPP) has attracted global interest, with billions of dollars flowing into solar, wind, and hydroelectric projects. The energy sector is closely monitored by investors, environmentalists, and political observers, as its success could position South Africa as a green energy leader on the continent while resolving one of its biggest domestic challenges. 5. Political stability and the 2024 elections' impact. South Africa's political environment is another key reason for global focus. The ruling African National Congress, ANC, which has governed since the end of apartheid in 1994, faced its toughest election yet in 2024. Issues of corruption, governance failures, and economic inequality have eroded public trust. President Cyril Ramaphosa, while praised for his anti-corruption stance, continues to face immense pressure to deliver tangible results. The outcome of recent elections, where the ANC lost its outright majority, signals the rise of a coalition era in South African politics. The world is watching to see whether political shifts will bring about greater accountability, improved governance, and policies that support inclusive growth, or whether instability and policy uncertainty will persist. 6. Social inequality and youth unemployment. South Africa has one of the highest levels of inequality in the world, with stark contrasts between urban wealth and rural poverty. Youth unemployment hovers around 45%, sparking concerns about social unrest, crime, and political disillusionment among the younger population. Efforts to address inequality through skills development, education reforms, and economic inclusion are being closely monitored by international human rights organizations, NGOs, and global investors alike. The ability of South Africa to harness its young, dynamic population and translate that into productive growth will determine the nation's trajectory over the next decade. 7. South Africa's role in global peace and security. South Africa continues to play a vital role in promoting peace, security, and diplomacy across the African continent. Its involvement in mediating conflicts, supporting regional security initiatives, and advocating for multilateralism reflects its commitment to stability both at home and abroad. The country's influence in the African Union, and its active role in UN peacekeeping missions have reinforced its reputation as a responsible global player. As global powers pivot towards Africa for new alliances and trade opportunities, South Africa's voice in these matters becomes ever more important. 8. Investment opportunities in African markets. With Africa being touted as the next frontier for economic growth, South Africa serves as a key entry point for investors looking to tap into the continent's potential. Its well-developed financial systems, infrastructure, and legal frameworks make it a preferred base for multinational corporations expanding into Africa. From technology to manufacturing, renewable energy to agriculture, foreign direct investment, FDI, in South Africa is expected to rise, provided the country maintains political and economic stability. The world is watching to identify early mover opportunities in these sectors. Conclusion: South Africa's pivotal moment on the world stage. The world is watching South Africa closely because what happens in this country has far-reaching implications not just for the African continent but for global markets, diplomacy, and sustainability. With its dynamic political changes, economic reforms, and critical role in global alliances, South Africa stands at a crossroads. Success in governance, financial integrity, and energy transformation could position the nation as a leader in the new global order. Failure to address its deep-rooted challenges, however, risks further marginalization. For businesses, policymakers, and citizens alike, South Africa's journey in the coming years will be one to watch and one that could reshape the region's future for generations to come.